Joe Biden's son, Hunter Biden, has gotten pardoned. He's getting away with all these crimes that he's done, these dealings outside of the country, and you want to focus on something like this? Get out of here. Do better. Okay? Do better, DOJ. Do better, America. America's justice system. This is absolutely unacceptable. Hey y'all, I'm Tamara and you're watching the Tamara Neely Show. Welcome back to all of my returning subscribers, and if you're new here, I would like to let you know I'm happy you're here. Today we are going to be talking about the judge has decided that Trump has to come in to court on January, I think it's January 10th or something like that. We'll look at the dates later on. But right before the inauguration, the question is why? That's totally ridiculous, in my opinion. It's a waste of taxpayer dollars. It's a waste of time. It's a distraction. President Trump is about to take on the hardest task in America, which is being the American president. One of the hardest tasks, probably not the hardest, but one of the hardest. And this is a distraction. It's putting unnecessary weight, unnecessary pressure on him, and he doesn't need that right now. He needs to be preparing to take on the hardest job in the world. But anyways, let's go ahead and watch this video that they put out on NBC News about this topic.
Ago, the judge in Donald Trump's New York hush money case denied Mr. Trump's motion to dismiss his case, ordering the president-elect to be sentenced on January 10th, just 10 days before his inauguration, but signaling there will not be a recommendation that he serve jail time before, of course, he takes office. Joining me now is NBC News senior legal correspondent Laura Jarrett. Laura, take us through this order. What does this mean for the president-elect?
Yeah, Kristen, I think you can think about this in terms of the practical reality, which you just laid out, and sort of the optics of it, if you will. So just to take a step back here, remember, this is the case involving allegations that the former president directed his former fixer to pay off a porn star before the 2016 election. It is the only case of the four that he was facing at the time that went to trial, the only one where a jury convicted him, the only one where he was scheduled to be sentenced, but it had been sort of tied up in a legal mess for months now because his defense lawyers had tried to say, wait a minute, the Supreme Court said that there is some limited presidential immunity. Some of the evidence that came in at trial was problematic, so let's undo the entire conviction. Let's wipe out the whole thing. Let's get it all put to bed before Inauguration Day. The judge had been silent for several weeks now as we waited to see, and now he's just handed down this 18-page order, Kristen, essentially saying, the conviction is going to stand. We think that that's the best way to sort of give credence to what the jury did, and that's the best way to serve the interests of justice. But at the same time, he says that he thinks it's his inclination not to impose any sentence of incarceration. He says he wants to give the parties a chance to make their case, to present their arguments as they were scheduled to do in a normal sentencing, but it's his inclination not to impose any jail time, essentially telling everybody, look, he wasn't going to go behind bars anyway, so I'm going to go ahead with that sentence. Now, you might say, well, what's the point of doing that if he wasn't going to get any jail time? The reason is that there's really not a lot of precedent for what to do here in a case like this when the jury has come down with a conviction and you have to impose a sentence as the law requires with some level of expeditious speed here. And so the judge has given him an option now to come and appear virtually if he should choose to do so. But he also has appeal routes here, Kristen. And so we might see that he runs into federal court and to try to get this entire thing blocked. Or he might just say, look, it's clear I'm not going to have any jail time. I'm going to go for it and just get this all done, get it all wrapped so it's not hanging over me when I'm out of office in 4 years.
Well, we know you will continue to track every twist and
This is just, it's so ridiculous. And I want to know, who is the jury who found him guilty of these crimes? Are these people legitimate? Do they have legitimate reason? Because in the case was blocked up because there was evidence that was under investigation. They had a hard time proving their case to begin with. So why are we continuing with this? I have no idea why. And I think it's absolutely ridiculous. President Trump has a lot of other things going on. He's about to take on the biggest job in the world. The American people are counting on him, and this is how you're choosing to spend his time? We all only have 24 hours in a day. Why waste time on something ridiculous like this? It's just all to try and make him look bad. Try to make him look like a felon and make him look, I see the mug shots going around, which has honestly worked in his favor. People are buying t-shirts with that mug shot, with his mug shot on it, because they feel like he can relate to them. He understands the American people. He gets them. And so, let me turn off this. And so, I mean, this is a waste of time. This isn't going to make people hate President Trump. This isn't going to make people feel like, man, I made a mistake voting for him. No, this honestly gives people more of a reason to know that their vote went to the right person. Because the justice system is designed to attack President Trump at all costs. It's absolutely ridiculous and it's unacceptable. It's un-American. It's just unnecessary. Joe Biden's son, Hunter Biden, has gotten pardoned. He's getting away with all these crimes that he's done, these dealings outside of the country, and you want to focus on something like this? Get out of here. Do better. Okay? Do better, DOJ. Do better, America. America's justice system. This is absolutely unacceptable. And that's all I got to really say about this. So, how do y'all think that President Trump is going to respond to this? Do you think he's going to show up virtually? Because, and like the lady said, do you think that he's just going to show up virtually, say, forget it, I'm about to let's just deal with this so it's not hovering over my head when I get out of office? Or, well, President Trump's legal team has already said they're going to fight this. That's what was explained. That Trump's legal team decided they're going to try and get this dismissed. If they don't get it dismissed, though, what do y'all think the next step is going to be? Let's chop it up in the comment section. I want to thank you for your love and your support, and I want to let you know you'll hear from me soon, okay? Oh, also, before we go, I want to let you know that you can send me content that you want me to review to my email, that's marineelyshow@gmail.com. If there's anything you want me to review, send it to me via email and I'll check it out and see what I can do. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Turns out there is something else. President Trump posted a response. Here is his response. I think that's about it. So I love you guys so much, and you'll hear from me soon, okay?